Hi, I did my lesson for a high school geometry class. And the main concept for this lesson is translations, but I also included a sign graph. So the goals or objectives for this lesson is that students will be able to graph a sine curve, students will be able to animate the sine curve, and students will be able to translate an object on a sine curve. And under the Ohio Common Core Standards, under congruence standard number 5, it says, given a geometric figure and a rotation, reflection, or translation, draw the transformed figure. Specify a sequence of transformations that will carry a given figure onto another. And some of the academic language that the students will need to know is a sine wave, which is a mathematical curve that describes a smooth repetitive oscillation, and a translation, which is moving a shape without rotating or flipping it. And also the language function is that students will be able to justify the graph and animation of a sine curve, and students will be able to examine translations. So now we're going to construct the lesson. So we're going to start out by graphing, plot new function, and we're going to plot functions, the sine, and value of x. Okay, and then we're going to press yes. And now we have a plot of the sine wave. So now what we're going to do is we're going to put a point on the sine wave and make sure it highlights red. And we're going to label this point A. And then we're also going to put a line on the sine wave over here, making sure that it highlights red. And we're going to label these points B and C of the line segment. And then what we're going to do is we need to mark this vector BC. So we have to click B and then C in that order. And then we have to go to transform, mark vector. And then we'll do that little animation to show you that it was marked. And now to make the activity exciting, we're going to insert a picture. So I put a picture on my desktop, which you can click and drag. Make it a little easier, or you could also insert the picture. And then we're going to merge the picture and point A. So we're going to go to Edit, Merge Picture to Point. And then we're going to highlight the picture and the point. We're going to go to Transform and Translate. And then now this little box pops up and it says that it's marked because we just marked the vector BC. And so now the vector BC is in charge of that translation, and wherever the vector does, that translated figure will also do. So this can help me place the object wherever I want it, and so we'll put them right there next to the other guy. And then what we're going to do is we're going to click off everything. We're going to click the original picture and the point, and we're going to go to Edit, Action Buttons, Animation. And now this option comes up, and we're going to click OK. And we're going to move this out of the way. And now when we press Animate Objects, both of them will go along the sine curve, because this one is the translation of the other, but this one can also be moved with this line. So now what we can do is we can hide all the objects in the screen to make the exciting part of the activity. Click all the objects, and all the lines and everything. And I just lost it again. And what we're going to do is going to go to Display, Hide Objects. And when you click them, they'll all hide in Hide Grid. And then, my finished product, I had a little stroll in the park. So I have my two men that are going along the sine wave actually having a little walk in the park. So it just makes the activity a little more fun and entertaining, and I think it helps the students remember what a sine wave looks like and what translations are like when we add the fun aspect of the activity.